UvaldeRadio.net, recipient of the Main Street Uvalde 2019 Alliance Award, finalist Texas Downtown Association 2020 President's Award, Best Downtown Partner, and finalist 2021 Texas Internet Radio Chart Awards, Best Internet Radio Station. Uvalde Radio, redefining radio in Uvalde, Texas.
UvaldeRadio.net, good morning. I'm Robert Miguel here with you, always trying to showcase the best up-and-coming talent, especially from the Lone Star State. We love our independent Texas music. And joining me on the phone from San Antonio, Texas, I've got Sierra Lynn. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for joining me this morning. It is a pleasure to speak to you, and we're excited because you're going to be coming down to Uvalde for a live show tomorrow at Hangar 6 Air Cafe out by the airport.
Yes.
Now, have you been to Uvalde before?
No, actually I haven't. So it's going to be all new, but I looked it up online, and it looks like a really great place, and I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. And, we're not that far from you. I mean, you're from San Antonio. You've probably been there for a while. And we're just about, an hour and a half away. So we're excited that you're making your way down here. Now, Sierra, you've been doing music for about how long? We'll start with the history. How long have you been performing, I guess, live and in front of audiences?
Since 2014. It's like when I learned how to play guitar, I taught myself. And I had done, some karaoke stuff prior to that. But I really wanted to learn an instrument, and so 2014, and then 2015, I started going to open mics and getting comfortable playing guitar and singing on stage, everything, and then that's when I started playing live.
So before you were just kind of like, someone who had a pretty voice, you can sing, you can sing, but you're not quite, a musician in the sense that you don't play an instrument. And that's one thing I always say to everybody, because, I feel like even these TV shows like American Idol and whatnot, it's like they're kind of just glorified karaoke singers. And anybody who's worth their salt, you know what I mean, really needs to learn how to pick up an instrument. And again, some voices are so amazing that it's like, okay, well, that is their instrument. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to actually have, command over something else besides your voice, right?
Yes, I totally agree. I mean, learning the guitar is also what inspired me to write my own music. And so, it's a big part of my performance.
Now, it sounds like you got a little bit of a late start on learning the guitar. Do you feel like that works for you or against you?
Definitely. I wish I had started earlier, but it's all about just sticking with it, because it's very hard in the beginning, very hard, but if you stick with it, oh my gosh, it's very rewarding. Being able to play and sing is just an amazing feeling. So I recommend starting a little earlier, though.
Now, you do play lots of gigs in San Antonio, lots of places. We'll talk a little bit more about, I guess, your performance resume in a minute. But where exactly did you get started? Just singing in front of mom and dad? Was it church? Was it school talent shows? What was the earliest gig you can remember?
Well, I don't really remember it, but my mom said that I was in the choir, the church choir, when I was about 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
So I've been singing for a very long time.
Wow, very good. But do you remember that moment? What was it where you decided, hey, you know what, I can do this, if not for a full-on living, at the very least pursue it as a viable option?
After high school, doing different talent shows and, being picked to do, Oh Holy Night for the solo Christmas concert and all that kind of stuff really just got me feeling like this is what I was born to do, and then playing live after, and then once I learned guitar and everything, it just made it even more I just knew that was my purpose.
And then at some point, you actually, again, started writing and then even recording. So give us that story on going from, I guess, just somebody with a guitar and a great voice, and then actually getting a song and laying it down in a studio. What was that, I guess, transition like for you?
Well, I was able to find someone to help me record with, that had the whole setup. And recording is a process for sure. I can be kind of hard on myself sometimes, like a perfectionist, but it always came out great. And it pays off, because it's very grueling. You want it a certain way and everything, but after all, once you release it and you get people's reactions and them telling you how much your music changed their day or something like that is the rewarding part about it.
Wow. Now, from what I understand, you did release a record, an album, a collection, back in 2017. What is that record called? Can we find it anywhere, and give us details about it?
Yes. In 2017, yeah. So it's called Freedom, and it's on every like Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Google. It's pretty much everywhere. So if you look up Freedom, Sierra Lynn, you'll find it.
All right, so look for Sierra Lynn, Freedom, and give us a description about what that kind of sound, what your sound is like, and what people can expect from that record.
It's an acoustic album, and I have some very uplifting songs, some very empowering songs. Yeah, so I think there's 5 on there.
Is it comprised?
I love them all, honestly. I can't really pick one.
Is it comprised of all your originals, or did you do any collaboration? Did you borrow songs from anybody else? Where did these tunes come from?
No, I wrote them all.
Really?
Yeah, the guitar and the vocals and the lyrics and everything.
Well, very good. Now, let's talk about your shows. I also read that you auditioned for some The Voice or one of those TV shows. What feathers do you have in your cap so far as getting out there? And I think you've done some stuff on TV. Give us some highlights.
Yes, so American Idol, The Voice, they're very fun to do and everything, but it's not that authentic, I feel like, and I wouldn't really use my original music for that, and so it was a very good experience. It was fun going through the auditions and all that, but I knew that I wanted to pursue my own music, and so, I've been on, Great Day SA, and actually in 2020, I was part of KSAT's stay-at-home jams, during quarantine, and so that was pretty cool. I also premiered Fight on SA Live at the end of the year in December. So
you're a pretty big deal in that San Antonio scene. So let's talk about San Antonio. And I deal here on UvaldeRadio.net. We deal with a lot of Texas country in particular, but you're not really a country artist. You're more of a singer-songwriter, acoustic, I guess. How would you classify yourself? I think your new song just kind of sounds like acoustic pop, but correct me if I'm wrong. How would you describe your genre if there's one?
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to put myself in one genre, but
yeah.
Pop, it is classified under pop on iTunes, but it's very soulful. I feel like it has that soul side to it, and I'm also currently recording a song. I'm going to have a full band on it, so I'm very excited about that.
As far as your shows go, for right now it's primarily solo acoustic type stuff. Give us an example of what a Sierra Lynn show would be like. Is it a lot of originals, a little bit of covers? Is it a nice balance of both? Give me an example of what that would be like.
It's definitely a balance of both, especially when I do the longer shows. I add in more covers, but I have my own spin on them all, and I think people just really enjoy that because they get to figure out, well, what song is this? I know it, and they know the lyrics, but I do it my whole own way, and so I kind of make it my own.
Now that's pretty ballsy. That's pretty gutsy because some songs, depending on how big they are, they shouldn't be trifled with. If you know what I mean. So
very true, very true.
So there's a balance between putting your own spin on it and screwing up a Beatles song. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I would never.
Right. Well, again, it also depends on what you're doing. There are some artists, some bands that you don't want to touch, right? That are no, you can't change that. That's just too iconic. But I always appreciate it when somebody can kind of put their own respectful spin on a great cover song. It's good stuff. Well, give me some examples of some of the artists that you cover, and when you mention them, would you cite them as influences or just kind of current favorites?
Well, I actually do a Beatles song, Eleanor Rigby.
Nice.
And, that one is just, it's always gotten me. I've loved that song forever. I do one Prince song. He is hard to match, of course.
Nice.
But he's very inspiring. Being able to play so many different instruments, and he's great at it all.
Yeah.
I do a lot of, songs that you would find on my own playlist.
Uh-huh.
And then, I just kind of do it my own acoustic way.
And that's smart because then, especially if they're lesser known, then people don't have that, that big hit to compare it with necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, again, we're talking to Sierra Lynn. She's from San Antonio, and she'll be in Uvalde tomorrow performing. Now, online, you might have seen it says 5 to 8. The show is actually going to be 6 to 9 p.m. since Hangar 6 is no longer doing their movies in the evening because it's so darn hot. We'll have Sierra. We're gonna be going to 7 to 10, but tomorrow Sierra's performing 6 to 9. And I guess let's go ahead and get into your new song. It's called Fight, and this has been out since last fall or winter, or is it more new than that?
Yes, since November.
Okay.
The end of the year. Mm-hmm.
And I guess obviously this was probably born out of the pandemic. I'm sure that you had a lot of free time as far as your music career goes to write and record. Give us a process of recording Fight and what that looked like.
Well, I mean, it was definitely written out of the pandemic. Just telling yourself you just can't give up. It's hard, you know what I mean? And as far as recording, I was able to find someone else for the recording studio, and it took a little while, but it all came out great, and I was really happy with it. I even have a music video that you can find on my YouTube channel for that song, too.
Very cool. And I guess, again, lyrically, was it inspired directly by the pandemic or any other stuff that was going on in your life?
Well, I guess just doing music for a living. Well, I have a part-time job, too, but, it's not always easy, and you have to really just be your own cheerleader sometimes and just, tell yourself that it's worth it and you can't give up. And I think sometimes everyone needs to hear that. So.
Nice, kind of an encouraging anthem for yourself, yeah. And of course, your listeners, your fans are it's gonna resonate with them as well too. So, well, very good. So, give us all your, pertinence. What's the website? What's the YouTube? Give us all the cool places we can find more about Sierra Lynn.
Yes, so SierraLynnMusic.com. I have all my links to my music, my Facebook, my Instagram, and also like a store with my merch and stuff.
Ooh, what kind of merch you got? That's kind of cool.
I got hats. I have currently shirts and like tank tops.
How about music? Are you old school? Do you like to put your stuff on CD? Or are you like totally newbie, download digital only?
Well, I did start doing downloads, last year because I wasn't playing live as much. But for my album, I did actual, I like having the actual CD.
Oh, very good. That's neat to see. Do you have any gigs coming up in the future that are worth talking about that you want to mention?
Yes. Well, besides tomorrow, I'm also playing in Bernie at Dog and Pony on July 4th. And then I'm playing in San Antonio at Alamo Barbecue on the 23rd of July. And so, it's going to be a couple busy weekends coming up, but I'm excited because it feels great to be able to be out there again and interact with people. So.
And then for those of us who are excited about new music, when do you have an ETA for any new recordings or an album or anything?
I don't have an ETA just yet. I'm getting the other band members on it. And so it's definitely going to be coming out this year for sure.
Nice.
Within the next couple months.
Well, very good. Again, the website was SierraLynnMusic.com. Everybody check that out and go see her performing again tomorrow, Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Hangar 6 Air Cafe. That's 249 Airport Boulevard, right there at the Garner Field Airport in beautiful Uvalde, Texas. A great way to kind of kick off 4th of July weekend. And Sierra, let's go ahead and do your new song. It's called Fight, and you're hearing it right here on Uvalde Radio, your concert station. Thank you so much for spending some time with us, okay?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's got you thinking this world owes you something. Well, baby, I got news. You gotta pay your dues. You think this world's just gonna hand you what you want. Well, you're wrong. You gotta fight for what you want. Watch it slip right out of your arms. You gotta fight for what you want. Watch it slip right out of your arms. Can't you see all your hate and negativity get you nowhere till you take responsibility? You'll be alone, lost at sea. You gotta fight for what you want. Watch it slip right out of your arms. So just take my hand. You don't have to do this alone. But if you must, I'll have to leave you on your own. On your own.